Are you tired of letting other people dictate how you should live your life? Are you seeking guidance on how to break free from societal expectations and find true happiness and fulfillment? In this video, we delve into the liberating philosophy of do not let other people live your life. Each lesson serves as a compass, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of self-determination and empowerment. Lesson 1. Pay attention to how you feel and what you think about yourself. This sanctuary embodies mindfulness, a practice highly regarded in Buddhism for its ability to facilitate self-exploration and personal growth. Mindfulness isn't about clearing the mind or repressing thoughts and emotions. Rather, it involves fully embracing the present moment with a compassionate and open awareness of our internal encounters. It entails breaking free from autopilot living and embracing the beauty of every fleeting moment. As we deepen our practice of mindfulness, we begin to uncover the intricate tapestry of our inner world, the stories we tell ourselves, the beliefs we hold, the fears that hold us back. We may discover patterns of thought that no longer serve us, self-critical voices, limiting beliefs, ingrained fears, and we may realize that many of these patterns are not our own, but rather inherited from society, upbringing, or past experiences. The true essence of self-awareness is illuminated in this moment. By illuminating these recurring patterns, we acquire the lucidity and wisdom to confront them, to scrutinize their truth, and to revise the stories that shape our existence. We start to differentiate between our authentic selves and the personas we've been taught to adopt. We regain control of our thoughts, our feelings, our sense of self, acknowledging that we hold the key to molding our own futures. Compassion serves as our North Star. As we peel back the layers of conditioning and self-criticism, we might come across unease, reluctance, or even anguish. During these times, it is crucial to show ourselves kindness and tenderness, to treat ourselves with the same care and empathy we would give to a cherished companion. Genuine healing and growth can only stem from a foundation of self-compassion and openness. Lesson 2. Be aware of when you let others make decisions for you. Imagine yourself standing at a crossroads with multiple paths stretching out before you, each leading to different destinations. In this metaphorical landscape of life, the decisions we make serve as signposts, guiding us towards our chosen destination. Yet, amidst the cacophony of voices clamoring for our attention, from friends and family to society at large, it's easy to lose sight of our own inner compass and allow others to dictate our course. In the peaceful guidance of Buddhism, we are reminded to take back our independence and the ability to forge our own unique journey, even if it differs from societal norms. This fundamental teaching emphasizes the importance of being mindful and recognizing when we hand over our autonomy to outside pressures, losing our own decision-making authority. Buddhism encourages us to engage in mindfulness, which involves being completely present in the present moment and maintaining an open-minded, non-judgmental awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Through developing this mindful awareness, we can untangle the complex influences that impact our choices, distinguishing between wise guidance and external pressures. In recognizing the moments when we let others make decisions for us, we reclaim our agency and assert our autonomy. We acknowledge that while the perspectives of others may offer valuable insights, the ultimate decision rests with us. This realization is not about rejecting guidance or shutting out external voices. Rather, it's about honoring our own inner wisdom and trusting in our capacity to discern what aligns with our values and aspirations. To be aware of when we let others make decisions for us is to stand firmly in our truth, even when it means diverging from the crowd. It's about cultivating the courage to follow the whispers of our hearts and the nudges of our intuition, even in the face of dissenting opinions. This is not a path free of challenges or uncertainties, but it is a path illuminated by the light of authenticity and self-empowerment. Lesson 3. Choose your friends and influences wisely. Imagine your life as a garden, with each person you encounter acting as a seed planted in the fertile soil of your being. Just as a gardener carefully selects the seeds they sow, so too must we choose the company we keep with intention and discernment. In the gentle teachings of Buddhism, we find a profound reminder of the power of our social circle, the friends and influences that shape not only our experiences, but also our perceptions of ourselves and the world around us. This lesson highlights the importance of nurturing mindfulness within our relationships, urging us to be intentional and aware in selecting those we welcome into our closest circle. Buddhism stresses the significance of surrounding ourselves with encouraging, positive relationships built on respect, kindness, and genuineness. Similar to how a garden grows best when cared for attentively, we too thrive when embraced by affirming, nurturing connections. Buddhism teaches us to be mindful of the energy we exchange with others, to pay attention to the feelings and emotions that arise in their presence. Just as certain plants thrive in sunlight while others wither in shade, so too do we thrive in the presence of positivity and love, while toxic influences can dim the light of our spirit. In choosing our friends and influences wisely, we safeguard our journey towards self-determination. Toxic relationships, rooted in judgment, envy, or manipulation, can act as weeds in our garden, choking out the vibrant growth of our true potential. These relationships can impede our progress, diminish our sense of agency, and leave us feeling drained and depleted. Do not worry. As a skilled gardener nurtures their garden, we too can nurture healthy and enriching relationships. It starts by establishing boundaries, acknowledging our own needs and values, and confidently communicating them in our dealings with others. It involves being discerning about who we invite into our close circle, choosing to surround ourselves with individuals who motivate, support, and push us to grow into our optimal selves. Lesson 4. Own your feelings and actions. This lesson emphasizes that we hold the power to create our own reality. Buddhism instructs us that our thoughts, words, and actions are the building blocks of the world we experience. The intentions we plant in our minds manifest in the results we see in our lives. By recognizing this truth, we unlock the door to freedom. The insight that although external factors can impact us, our reactions are ultimately under our jurisdiction. Imagine your emotions as waves on the surface of a vast ocean, each one rising and falling, cresting and receding in the ebb and flow of life. In the practice of mindfulness, we learn to observe these waves with a compassionate awareness, acknowledging their presence without judgment or attachment. We recognize that our feelings are not good or bad, right or wrong. They simply are, like the weather patterns that sweep across the sky. Owning our feelings goes beyond mere observation. It requires a willingness to dive beneath the surface, to explore the depths of our inner landscape with courage and curiosity. It means embracing the full spectrum of human emotions, the joy, the sadness, the anger, the fear, and allowing them to flow through us without resistance or suppression. In doing so, we honor the richness and complexity of our inner world, cultivating a sense of emotional resilience and authenticity. Owning our actions requires a radical shift in perspective. From a mindset of blame and victimhood to one of accountability and empowerment. It means recognizing that every choice we make, every word we speak, every deed we perform has ripple effects that reverberate throughout the fabric of existence. In acknowledging our agency, we transcend the role of passive bystanders and become active participants in the unfolding drama of life. In the journey of self-empowerment, owning our feelings and actions becomes a transformative act of liberation. It allows us to break free from the chains of blame and victimhood, reclaiming our power to effect change in our lives and the world around us. It opens the door to possibility and transformation, empowering us to live with integrity, authenticity, and compassion. Lesson 5. Stick to what you believe in. Authenticity is the cornerstone of self-determination. It is the compass that guides us through the maze of societal pressures and cultural expectations, steering us towards a path of integrity and inner peace. Imagine your beliefs as pillars, sturdy and steadfast, rooted deep within the bedrock of your being. These beliefs are not mere abstract ideas. They are the guiding principles that shape your thoughts, words, and deeds. They are the moral compass that navigates you through the trials and tribulations of life, anchoring you in a sea of uncertainty. Staying true to your beliefs is not always easy. In a world where conformity often reigns supreme, standing firm in your convictions can invite scrutiny, criticism, and even ridicule. Buddhism teaches us that the path of authenticity is worth the challenges it may bring. When we honor our beliefs, even in the face of opposition or ridicule, we affirm our autonomy and integrity. We refuse to be swayed by the whims of societal trends or the pressures of peer approval. Instead, we chart our course with courage and conviction, knowing that our authenticity is the foundation upon which we build our lives. Sticking to what you believe in is not just about personal fulfillment. It is also about inspiring others to do the same. When you live authentically, you become a beacon of light for those around you, showing them that it is possible to navigate life's challenges with courage and integrity. Your authenticity creates a ripple effect of empowerment and liberation, encouraging others to embrace their own truths and live with authenticity. In the journey of self-determination, sticking to what you believe in becomes a transformative act of empowerment. It is a declaration of your sovereignty, a reaffirmation of your right to chart your own course and live according to your own values. It is a testament to the power of authenticity to bring about lasting change, both within ourselves and in the world around us. Lesson 6. Let go of grudges and focus on the future. Imagine resentment as a heavy burden carried upon your shoulders, weighing you down with every step you take. In the practice of forgiveness, we lay down this burden, releasing ourselves from the chains that bind us to past grievances. Forgiveness is not about condoning hurtful actions or denying our pain. Rather, it is about releasing the hold that past injustices have over our lives. It is a radical act of self-empowerment, a declaration that we refuse to be defined by the wounds of the past. By extending compassion towards ourselves and others, we open the door to healing and renewal, allowing space for growth and transformation to flourish. Forgiveness is not always easy. It requires courage, humility, and a willingness to confront our deepest wounds and insecurities. Yet, in the gentle teachings of Buddhism, we find a path illuminated by the light of compassion and understanding. We learn to cultivate forgiveness as a practice, a daily act of letting go and embracing the present moment with an open heart and mind. In choosing to focus on the future rather than dwelling on past injustices, we reclaim our agency and chart a course towards greater fulfillment and inner peace. Imagine the future as a vast horizon stretching out before you, filled with infinite possibilities and potential. When we release ourselves from the grip of grudges, we free up space to embrace these possibilities, to pursue our dreams and aspirations with renewed vigor and determination. Forgiveness is not just about freeing ourselves from the past. It is also about cultivating empathy and compassion towards others. Just as we seek forgiveness for our own transgressions, so too do we extend forgiveness to those who have wronged us. In doing so, we break the cycle of resentment and retaliation, fostering a culture of healing and reconciliation that transcends the boundaries of time and space. Lesson 7. Avoid the urge to always be right. Imagine the ego as a voracious beast, constantly craving validation and affirmation from the outside world. When threatened, it lashes out in defense of its beliefs and opinions, seeking to assert its dominance and control. Buddhism teaches us that true wisdom lies not in the possession of knowledge, but in the willingness to question, learn, and evolve. It invites us to cultivate a sense of humility, a recognition of our own fallibility and the limitations of our understanding. Just as a cup filled to the brim cannot hold any more water, so too does the ego's attachment to being right leave no room for growth or expansion. In letting go of the ego's grip on righteousness, we create space for genuine connection and understanding with others. Imagine a conversation where both parties approach each other with humility and openness, willing to engage in a dialogue that transcends the limitations of ego-driven agendas. In this space, true communication flourishes, bridges are built, and conflicts are resolved with grace and compassion. But avoiding the urge to always be right is not just about fostering harmony in our external interactions. It is also about cultivating inner peace and contentment. When we release ourselves from the grip of the ego, we free ourselves from the constant need for validation and affirmation from others. Instead, we find fulfillment in the simple act of being present, grounded in our own innate worth and value. By relinquishing the need to be right, we create space for creativity, innovation, and collaboration to flourish. Just as a garden thrives when tended with care and attention, so too does the human spirit when nurtured with humility and openness. In embracing the wisdom of Buddhism, we discover that true strength lies not in the rigid adherence to our beliefs, but in the willingness to embrace the ever-changing flow of life with grace and resilience. Lesson 8. Don't base your worth on what others think. Imagine your worth as a radiant light that emanates from the depths of your being, illuminating the vast expanse of your existence. This light is not contingent upon the approval of others. It is an intrinsic aspect of who you are, a reflection of your innate dignity and value as a human being. Self-love is not about arrogance or narcissism. It is about recognizing and honoring the sacredness of our own existence. It is about treating ourselves with the same kindness, compassion, and respect that we would offer to a beloved friend. Just as a flower unfolds its petals to bask in the warmth of the sun, so too do we embrace the fullness of who we are, honoring our strengths, weaknesses, and everything in between. Cultivating self-acceptance means embracing our imperfections and vulnerabilities with grace and compassion. It means releasing ourselves from the tyranny of comparison and perfectionism, recognizing that our worth is not contingent upon meeting impossible standards set by society or others. Instead, we celebrate our uniqueness and authenticity, knowing that it is our flaws and quirks that make us beautifully human. In the journey of self-discovery, it's essential to discern between constructive feedback and baseless criticism. Constructive feedback can offer valuable insights and perspectives that help us grow and evolve. However, baseless criticism rooted in envy, insecurity, or ignorance serves only to diminish our sense of self-worth and hinder our personal growth. In the gentle teachings of Buddhism, we find a path illuminated by the light of self-love and acceptance. We learn to anchor ourselves in the depths of our own being, knowing that our worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by the boundless depths of our own existence. In embracing the fullness of who we are, flaws and all, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of seeking validation and approval, embracing the sovereignty of our own worth. Lesson 9. Move past negative interactions. Negative interactions can leave behind scars that linger long after the wounds have healed. Whether it's a hurtful comment from a loved one, a betrayal by a trusted friend, or a disagreement with a colleague, these negative experiences can cast a shadow over our present moments, coloring our perceptions and interactions with others. Forgiveness is not about condoning hurtful behavior or denying our pain. Rather, it is about freeing ourselves from the burden of carrying grudges and seeking retribution. Just as a bird released from its cage soars freely into the sky, so too do we liberate ourselves from the shackles of the past when we choose to forgive. In embracing forgiveness, we create space for healing and renewal to take root in our hearts. Moving past negative interactions requires a willingness to let go of the need for closure or resolution. Often, we may find ourselves replaying past events in our minds, seeking answers or vindication that may never come. Buddhism teaches us that true peace comes from letting go of the need to control outcomes and surrendering to the flow of life. In the practice of mindfulness, we learn to anchor ourselves in the present moment, letting go of rumination and regret. We cultivate an awareness of our thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing them to arise and pass away like ripples on the surface of a pond. In doing so, we reclaim our agency and chart a course towards greater inner peace and fulfillment. Moving past negative interactions is not about denying or suppressing our emotions. It is about acknowledging them with kindness and compassion, and then letting them go. It is about recognizing that we cannot change the past, but we can choose how we respond to it in the present moment. In doing so, we reclaim our power and agency, freeing ourselves from the chains of resentment and opening ourselves up to the beauty and possibility of life. Lesson 10. Stop trying to always prove others wrong. The urge to demonstrate our worth to others originates from an underlying insecurity, a concern that we may not be adequate as we are. Buddhism instructs us that genuine power is not found in control or supremacy, but in openness and genuineness. By releasing ourselves from the need to constantly prove our worth to others, we reclaim our autonomy and self-confidence. We recognize that the opinions of others are merely reflections of their own perceptions and biases, rather than definitive judgments of our worth. When we embrace self-assurance and inner validation, we free ourselves from the endless pursuit of external approval. We have faith in our skills, beliefs, and intrinsic value, irrespective of external recognition. By turning our attention inward, we nurture a sense of tranquility and strength that goes beyond temporary validation from others. As we journey through the transformative teachings of Buddhism, we must keep in mind that the road to self-discovery is not a straightforward one. It demands bravery, strength, and a readiness to confront our innermost fears and doubts. By embracing the wisdom and compassion found in the teachings of Buddhism, we unlock a source of empowerment that allows us to reclaim our independence and live genuinely. By following the teachings of Buddhism, such as taking ownership of our emotions and decisions, and releasing the desire for outside approval, we open the pathway to liberation and tranquility within ourselves. As we journey through life's twisting roads, may we recall the teachings of Buddhism and the deep understanding that we wield the ability to mold our futures. Let us welcome our individuality, respect our genuine selves, and experience every instant with purpose and elegance. Within the bright glow of self-direction, we uncover the limitless capacity of our essence and the countless opportunities that lie ahead on this holy voyage known as life.